So it's only been a couple of months since Royal Enfield launched the much-awaited GT and Interceptor 650 twins. Both motorcycles were very nice, we were very impressed, and it's actually a very big step up for Royal Enfield to launch those bikes in terms of quality, engine performance and looks. What we have right now today is the new Royal Enfield Bullet Trials model. What is a Trials model? Well, back in the 30s and 40s, Royal Enfield took part in trials competition. Now what that was a race set over a couple of days where riders would ride over obstacles in different courses. Now you were judged on how well you balanced the bike and how well you controlled the throttle, because you weren't allowed to keep your feet on the ground at any point. In fact, if you did touch your foot to the ground, it was called a dab. And so that was what trial competition was all about. Today, trials competition has progressed a lot more, where you have it in indoor stadiums on much more lighter bikes that go over barrels and wood logs and such. But today, Royal Enfield has invited us here to Ambi Valley in Lonavala, and we've got the Royal Enfield Bullet 500 trials version with us right here. Now, interestingly enough, this version we have is the fully accessorized version. So what that means is it's got a lot of accessories on it that do not come on the stock motorcycle. So I'm just going to walk around here and explain to you what all this bike comes with. First off, the stock version of this motorbike is basically paying tribute to the heritage of the Trials version bike of Enfield that won a lot of competitions back in the 40s and 50s, okay? So what they've done essentially is they've made a new subframe at the back here, as you can see, and they've colored the entire chassis and frame in a green color. They've got a nice little luggage carrier here at the back, so there will be no rear seat available on this motorcycle. And they've also raised the rear mudguard as well. Then of course you have the upswept exhaust at the back here, which gives it that Trials version kind of look. But although I would have preferred to have this exhaust come out somewhere in the middle to give it that nicer heritage look. And then you've got these handlebars, and you've got this padding up here. Now, the accessories that come on this motorcycle are obviously the sump guard, which you've got there. You've got the engine guard. Well, on the other side, you can't see it, but you've got the number badging, which pays tribute to one of their racers. And you've got the padding on the handlebar here, and you've got the headlight protection as well. So these are all accessories, and they will charge a lot more. I would say probably 15,000 rupees more than what the stock version of this bike will cost you. So yeah, we've actually been riding this motorcycle now on different trial stages. Royal Enfield has invited us, and they've had like a mini competition for trials for all of us. First impressions are that the bike rides exactly like a Bullet, as you would expect. The engine specifications are exactly the same, the frame is the same, the seating position is the same, the handlebar is the same, the ground clearance is the same, suspension travel is the same. So essentially it's a Bullet 500, handles the way it does, very heavy and heavy steering. But what they've done with this version, they've got specially designed tires for these knobby tires, and they've got spokes obviously. But like I said before, this is a Bullet, so Bullets have been known to be very tough, very reliable vehicles when you're going to be going on the rough stuff. Overall, very good performance, I would say, for someone who likes trial riding or likes to go on the rough stuff. It's definitely not fast, of course. The acceleration is not the greatest. It's got a nice torque output, but it's not the best. And the throttle response is a little lazy as well. So it's essentially basically a Bullet. Nothing new in terms of riding enhancements or anything like that. The overall design, again, of these motorcycles is so ancient. You would have expected the rear brake lever to have been modified in some way, because it sticks out at the bottom right under the exhaust, and it always hits on rocks and stuff when you're riding. So yeah, overall this nice spring suspension does a pretty good job, and the front suspension also does a pretty decent job of soaking up stuff. But this is basically a bike that is going to be appealing to a lot of people who like the look of the bike. It doesn't really, it's not much different from the Bullet 500. You could easily customize your own Bullet 500 and get your own tires and, set it up to how you like it. Still, I mean, if you just want to get out there and buy yourself a nice trial-looking motorcycle, this is a great option. This is the 500. It starts at about 2,07,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi. The 350cc version is about 1,64,000 ex-showroom. So you're getting pretty much a trial kit for the Bullet 500. But once again, Royal Enfield You know, after we've ridden the 650 twins, we really were impressed with the quality and how the improvements have been made to Royal Enfield. But when you come back to these motorbikes, they're older motorbikes, the quality issues are definitely still there. There is nothing out there like this. You've got a little bit more premium bikes like the Scrambler Ducati and of course the Triumph Street Twin Scrambler that are more or less the same type of motorcycle like this. This is a little bit cheaper than those, obviously. This is a niche product. I don't think a lot of guys would go for this, but it looks very nice in terms of design and it does stand out. So yeah, it's a great option depending on what you're going for. But if you're going to spend 2 lakh rupees on a bike like this, there are a lot of other options out there for you to look into. This is obviously a Royal Enfield. It's going to have a lot of hype coming into the market. It does look very nice. So if you like trial riding and if you like heritage motorcycles, well, this is actually a great option for you. For 2 lakh rupees, I mean, there's a lot better stuff out there in the market, but this is going to appeal to a certain group of people, as we know. So yeah, this is the review of the 500 trials. Head to your nearest Enfield dealership and take it for a test spin. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please put it down in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on BTVI.